Hey everybody, today I have a highly requested video for you and it is an evening makeup tutorial featuring drugstore items. But I took it a step further and everything in here is from the drugstore. Yes, 100% drugstore only items, from the makeup to the brushes, even to my fingernails. And by the way, this is E.L.F. Metal Madness and I love it, and I featured it in the holiday nail polish favorites video, and I'll link that below if you haven't seen it yet. But anyway, yes, every single thing in here is from the drugstore. I love all of the makeup in here. I don't love all the brushes that I used, but I have a very limited drugstore selection of brushes. Hopefully down the line I'll get more. I love the makeup in this video. Every single piece was high quality, really well performing. So the blush is pigmented, the eyeshadows are really pigmented, have excellent color payoff, smooth texture. I love the lip product. Everything in here is a-okay in my book. So before I get started, I do just want to mention to you that if you are going to be using the products that I featured in this video, use a light hand, because like I mentioned, they have very good color payoff. I already have my face makeup on, so I'm not going to show you how to do that, but I am going to tell you how to do it, so it'll just go by a lot quicker than if I were to actually sit and show you step by step. So first I applied this Hard Candy face primer to my face, and then I let it sit for about a minute or two, and then I applied this NYX Smooth Skin liquid makeup, and this is a foundation in the color Nude. And I applied that with my Sonia Kashuk blending sponge. And what I did was I just took the foundation and I applied it just in dots all over my face and under my jawline. And then I took my blending sponge, I got it wet, wrung it out, and then I just dabbed it all over my face and underneath my jawline, and I blended everything in. If you are interested in how to see it in action, I do have this, I am using this in another video that I have from a while back, so I will link that below if you do want to see it. And then I applied my Garnier Anti-Dark Circle Roller underneath my eyes, and then I patted it in with my ring finger, bringing it into my inner corner and down just a little bit. And then I applied the Neutrogena, what is this? The Neutrogena Healthy Skin Smoothing Stick in the color Light to any blemishes. And then I set everything with my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Translucent and a Sonia Kashuk Kabuki. But I have to say, I do not really like this Kabuki brush that much, and I got this at Target. It was actually pretty expensive for a drugstore brush. It was about $20-something, but it was really scratchy on my face, and I've used this before, but today, for some reason, it just really made my face itch and kind of hurt. So I don't know right now how I feel about this one. But yeah, so that's everything that I have on my face at the moment, and now I am going to show you how to do the eyes. I'm applying this E.L.F. eyelid primer on my lid and lower lash line. Then I'm taking my ring finger and blending the product up onto my brow bone and all the way to the inner corner on my lower lash line. Using this E.L.F. eyeshadow brush, I'm taking the gray color from this Wet n Wild Silent Treatment palette and applying it all over my lid. Now I'm using this E.L.F. contour brush, and I'm taking the shimmery brown from the Silent Treatment palette, and I'm going to apply that in my crease. I like this brush better when doing a cut crease, but it's the only crease brush that I have from the drugstore, so I just had to make do. But otherwise, I'd prefer using a fluffy crease brush. Now I'm taking this EcoTools Fluffy Angled Eyeshadow brush, and I'm blending that color that I just put on, and I'm taking it over the lid, and I'm also bringing it out a little bit. I'm taking a brown Milani Liquif'eye eye pencil. I'd rather use black, but I have no idea where mine is right now. And I'm just going to tight line my upper lash line, and then I'm going to line my lower waterline. I know I'm doing a really messy job, and I apologize, but I sit about a foot away from my mirror when I film, so I kind of have a hard time seeing. I know I need to get a new setup. Now I'm taking the applicator that came in the palette, and I'm going to take that dark shimmery brown, and I'm going to smudge that along my upper lash line. Using the fluffy angled brush included in the palette, I'm just going to blend out that line and make it a little more smoky. Using the E.L.F. flat shader brush again, I'm going to pick up the gray and the brown, mixing them together, and then I'm going to apply that on my lower lash line, and I'm going to drag the color in, ending it about at the end of my inner iris. Using the same brush, which I've wiped off onto a towel, I'm picking up the pink highlight and I'm going to apply that onto my brow bone, the inner corners of my eye, and then I'm also going to apply it just on the lid itself to add a little bit of light. Now I'm applying this black Maybelline mascara to my top and lower lashes. So now I'm going to comb my eyebrows, which is the last step for me whenever I'm doing my eyes, because I don't fill them in like 90% of the world, I guess. Now I'm going to use my CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones Contouring Blush Trio, and I really like this. It has a highlighting blush, a regular blush, and this is supposed to be a contouring blush, but you could definitely use that as your regular blush too. And then it comes with the brush also. And I have to be honest with you though, I don't really like using the brush. I've already found that it sheds like crazy. It's not soft at all, and I don't really like the way it applies. But I don't know, I have a hard time though using a regular size blush brush, I can't speak sometimes, because these are so tiny. So I found lately I've been using a lot of my fingers when I use this product, but I do really like the quality of these blushes. They're extremely pigmented. I'm really impressed. Anyway, so I'm going to take this middle color, and I'm using an E.L.F. blush brush. I'm just going to get that middle color on my brush, and when you're using this particular blush, you do not need a lot. It's very pigmented, and I'm just going to put it on the top of my cheeks. See, I barely used any, and I don't know if you can see that, but it is already extremely pigmented on my cheeks. Isn't that nice? I really like this. You have to use a very light hand, so a stippling brush might actually be great with this too, because it is so pigmented. But that's a nice change of pace, because I've come across a lot of drugstore blushes in the past that have had no pigment whatsoever, and this one is a very pleasant surprise. I really like this one. Now I'll try using the brush, why not? I'm going to use the brush included, and I'm going to take this peachy pink highlight. So I'm just going to apply that to the top of the cheekbone. I'm going to do that on the other side, and now I'm covered in peach highlight all over my lap now from this delightful little brush. Do the other cheekbone. Yeah, definitely not worth using in my opinion. See? I'm sure that my camera will focus on that. Look at how badly that just tore everything up. It's awful. Now it's time to finish off the look, and all we have to do are the lips. And I have two lip glosses here, both of which I think would finish the look really well, and they're both made by the same company, and they are NYX French Kiss, which is more of a pink, and Sweetheart, which is a really great nude that has just a touch of pink in it. And I'm going to go for this particular look. I'm going to use French Kiss, but I just wanted to show you how nicely Sweetheart would go if you were going for the nude lip. Whenever I do a smoky eye, I like to go for more of a neutral lip. But Sweetheart would definitely be good if you were going for more of a nude, and French Kiss is more of a pink, like kind of like the color of your pout, just a little bit more intense and with a little bit of a pearly sheen. And so I'm going to go with French Kiss. So this is the finished look, and I really like it. It's got a sultry smoky eye and a pearly pale pink pout, and best of all, it's cheap.